Dear travel agents and travel professionals, welcome to the free workshop, The Benefits of Gated Content for Travel Professionals. I'm really excited to be here and I look forward to talk to you about this amazing session. We're going to talk about gated content. So, I'm Abdul Sukuraltaf. I'm the marketing mentor.travel and I've been in travel since 2004. Throughout the years, we've understood that there are many different kind of buyer personas in this industry, and it's all about doing all the testing to see what works and what doesn't work. Throughout the years, I've understood that we need to see what the customer wants and how we can provide them with the best solution. So one of the things which really interested me is that we can put up a package, a holiday package for a customer, and actually come up with so many different kind of value propositions. This is really important in nowadays because a traveler wants to trust you as a travel agent. So you need to position yourself as an authority to give them the best tips possible for their travel experience. So has been a very good journey, and this led me to create the marketing mentor.travel because I've understood that there is a need in the market, and we need to provide uh, the vehicle of knowledge to travel companies for them to use the right resources in order to attract the right type of customers. And yes, I'm a fan of happy customers after dealing with their struggles. You can also find me on all the socials, marketingmentor.travel. So the agenda for today is we're going to talk about what is actually gated content. Gated content as part of the formula for success, and what's tricky about, do I really need gated content? And then the real benefits, wins in travel, and then to finalize an irresistible deal, which is the right fit for travel professionals. So what is gated content? Gated content, it's content that wants something in return, like a name, an email address, and sometimes a phone number. Content like papers, ebooks, or guides are usually gated and for good reason. They offer a lot of value, which means companies can ask for a bit more in return. Of course, we're going to talk more about this in specific, but I can already give you some hints. For example, when you go to an airline website and you want to subscribe to their loyalty program, you have to insert your address, your name, maybe other data as well. So this is a kind of um, gated content which is you're going to get after you fill out that form. So you're going to get an email with all the specifics, and you're going to get a card with your name printed on it. This is gated content. It's content that wants something in return. Or for example, you subscribe to a newsletter in a hotel website. So you filling out the form, and you're getting value from it because you know that they're going to send you valuable information, for example, for Valentine's Day, for Easter, uh, special promotions, vouchers, everything that is going to make your experience better in their hotel. So what is the formula for success? Any company, any website wants to have a large email list. And what is a large email list? It's when you can actually promote your content, your offers, to your audience in a scalable way. So if you have a large email list, obviously it's easier to get more feedback and obviously convert users or prospects into customers. But in order to achieve that, what many travel brands are doing now, it's actually to have a subscription process. So you go to the website, like I mentioned before, you put your email, uh, your name, and other important information, along with gated content. So you have to give them, even if it is only a sentence, you have to give them a hint what they are going to receive in return. So common sense tells us that no matter how many subscribe opportunities you present to a visitor, it's unlikely they'll act without an incentive. And no matter how good your incentive is, you may have a tough time getting people to subscribe if you don't make it easy. So it's not only the part of having a good incentive, saying that you're going to give them special advice or an ebook or something valuable for them, but also you need to make the user experience appealing and good for your client. It's important also to realize, do I really need gated content? It's good to reflect a little bit about these things. I mean, companies survive without giveaways and gated content. But the question is, do you really want loyal customers? Do you really want repeated sales? Do you really want traffic to your website? Without gated content, the risk is you just become one more in the market and you're not being referenced by authority websites. And then in the following slides, we're going to see how is this happening. So real wins in travel. We have a very good example here from The Lonely Planet, which is worldwide known. We see here, get the best of Lonely Planet straight to your inbox. A very good hint here. It's also very good highlighted. And then you have a small piece of content which says, sign up here to receive email from Lonely Planet for all your travel inspiration, tips, and exclusive offers. Simply complete your details below and hit sign up. Then you have a message saying subscribe now and receive 20% discount on your next guidebook purchase. This is an immediate call to action and then asks for name, email address, and country. These three fields are also very important because you need to think about which kind of information you want from your customer. Only the name, only the email address, or you also want something like the country, because when you're going to target them for either be on Facebook ads or any other channel, you're going to know from which country they are, because then it makes you easier to make your proposal. So one of the biggest wins in producing gating content is that generates traffic to your website. If you're gating content, it means you're offering something valuable like market research, in-depth tips, or case studies. Competitors, customers, and even journalists are eager to access this kind of information. People recognize quality. So if you promote a travel guide with spectacular travel tips that people wish to learn more about, you're almost guaranteed site visitors. And this is an amazing example from Lonely Planet, which is generating a massive traffic. If you use some tools to see which amount of traffic the website is generating, is just incredible. And this is actually working because everyone wants to know, about their next travel destination. So a guidebook from Lonely Planet is essential for them and helps them to see which kind of things they're going to find there, tips as well, references, addresses, phone numbers. I mean, there is so much you can have with this. So is this really something that is valuable for a traveler? A big win also is that improves your SEO. A big thing in SEO is backlinking. If you have authority websites referencing you, it's just amazing because it means that, for example, uh, a media company or a news company like Telegraph, which is very big in the UK. It's mentioning a company like familytravelog.com. This is something amazing because you will get a lot of traffic from here, and obviously it builds trust as well. So one of the best ways to increase your company's search ranking is to be cited by quality sources, preferably authority news sites. When you provide new, original, and insightful information, other websites use that information to support their own blog posts. All of this website linking to your travel book signals to Google and other search engines that you are a high quality source of information, and they rank your results higher. And this is a great example from familytraveler.com. Next, we're going to see how this can increase your lead flow as well. So a talented sales rep without a lead is a sad sight indeed. Supplying enough leads to your sales team can be a challenge. Offering useful information can boost the number of people who come to your site and indicate their willingness to be contacted in the future. If your travel book wasn't gated, you'd get very little in return for all of the time and effort you put into creating it. Remember that every piece of content should somehow help your organization meet its goals. The goal for your gated content is to help you attract prospective customers in your target audience. It's not only about producing any kind of gated content, it needs to be a content which will direct your customer to something that you want to sell to him. In this case, we have a picture of the magazine, and obviously, you know, they want to attract readers. But in order to do that, they need to make it visible. So uh, a standard or typical magazine cover will show emotions. In this case, for travel, you see um, probably a mother and her daughter. Then you see a good background, nice colors to make it feel like it's soft, light, appealing, and also relaxing as well. And then you have in the beginning subscribe to the magazine. It's free. It's free. This is very important because um, everyone wants to read a magazine. Everyone wants to get to know the tips, and you know how expensive a magazine can be. Sometimes you can pay a lot of money for that, but if you're getting one for free, you feel enticed to read it, and probably in the next edition you're going to buy it because you've already been impressed by the first edition. You want to buy the second and third and fourth and etc. In this case, it's the Travel Weekly magazine, which is globally known. It's very interesting how they've also put here, um, you know, um, the the details below. You have some information about what you can get as well besides the travel information. So it's really important that you think about how you can generate a gated content which will makes your prospects buy or consume your content or your products or your services, and obviously brings high quality visitors as well. In this case, we have a renowned travel blogger. She's offering a free mini course. Someone who's willing to exchange their contact information for a travel book or for tips for planning the perfect trip is someone who is either very involved in travel or a prospect who is serious about eventually buying a holiday package. Once you receive their info, you can confidently turn it over to your sales department, knowing you've presented them with a decent contact. Even if they are someone who simply works in travel but doesn't need to buy anything, you've increased your credibility in the eyes of influencers who will possibly go on to the site on to cite your information in their own materials. So we have here a call to action. a lead generation form, and a very nice picture of the travel blogger, which will attract travelers to download their her mini course. One of the wins in travel of having gated content is that it helps your segmentation efforts as well. Because when you create the forms for your gated content, think about what you'd like to know about your customers. Don't simply settle for their name, email, or phone number. For instance, would it be helpful for your marketing efforts if you knew which industry they work in, what their job title is, and the size of their company? All of this information can help you tailor your buyer personas to more accurately target your ideal customers. Asking the right questions with your gated content can help you discover cool insights about your customers. After reviewing the forms, you may notice there's an entire category of people you hadn't even considered targeting before. It takes time to create the kind of material people will give you their number for. That said, if you plan it right, that initial investment will pay dividends in the form of greater customer insights and increased lead flows. Just like I mentioned earlier, if you know which country or which city, what the profession is of your ideal customer, then it's more easy to target him or her. It's You need to have a buyer persona. You need to have a company profile already established in your marketing plan. So if you already have this in mind, you also have to create the conditions. In this case, to implement a lead generation form which asks for this kind of information so that you can target them in the following steps of your marketing strategy. So you're not only giving something for free, you're adding value to the experience of the traveler as well. So it's not only about uh, let's say, the marketing tactics that you are using, but you're also positioning yourself as someone that has an, has some expertise, and also that you're close to your client because he wants to trust you. And having a word to say in any topic related to travel makes your prospects and clients to trust your expertise, makes you also their travel advisor. So being your client's got your back pal makes your clients trust you for all their travel concerns. And also builds consistency because your clients are every time eager to know what tips you have for them because they trust you as their peer and travel counselor. So every month or every quarter or even every year, they want to receive your information. They want to know what you have to say about this or that. They want to know what you have to say about, you know, changes in passports or changes in airports or changes in travel rules. Anything that is new in travel, they want to know what you have to say about it. They want that they want to know that the first person that I can rely on about my travel is X or Y. So in this case, it's you. So in summary, having gated content to offer to your clients builds a trust relationship with them, nurtures the relationship, and eventually converts them into high quality paying client. Thank you very much for attending this session. It has been a pleasure to be with you. And I would like to emphasize the fact that you need to have some kind of gated content. If you don't have one, we have the right solution for you. So we have created 5 irresistible deals. So 5 types of content which will make your uh, client or prospect or user to download it to get more information. We have thought about 5 different topics which can be very, very interesting for someone that loves traveling to different places. It's like a newsletter that travelers can receive after they insert their details. And this has been thought specifically for you because we want for you to use this as a starting point to create more and more content. Includes copy review, logo input, and photo input, your photo input or your company's photo input in this irresistible deal. And a bonus, a content marketing roadmap for you. This was for 1,675 and now is for an amazing price of 147 pounds. This is a great opportunity, guys. You really need to think about gated content. It makes actually your visitors feel interested about what you have to say, and it's also a starting point for you to create more and more content. Just think about it. It's a great offer, great offer, and I really hope you start to have some kind of gated content in your website. Thank you very much.